Have you ever wondered how you can increase your chances of getting pregnant with IVF by adding in specific self-care techniques at home? Wouldn't that be empowering? Today, I'm going to show you how to take a crucial step, often gets missed by most doctors. In my IVF SOS series, I'm going to show you how to increase your chances of getting pregnant, as well as walk you through dealing with side effects from IVF medications, prepping for an egg retrieval and recovering from it, prepping for your 30 days before your IVF transfer. If you're considering getting acupuncture, I'm going to walk you through what that would look like. And there's studies that show that acupuncture can improve your chances of having a successful IVF procedure. I'm going to help you with stress reduction techniques, and I'll help you navigate the 2-week wait after your transfer. There's so much more that I'm going to cover, and this is the beginning of my IVF SOS series. We'll delve into personalized advice to aid you along your IVF journey. I will go over analyzing success rates, sharing tips to improve your outcomes, and I won't shy away from the critical stages like frozen embryo transfer and 2-week wait. I do want to give you comprehensive support and insight. This is not just a series, it's a shared experience where you'll gain access to the knowledge that has helped countless patients of mine. You'll hear from me everything that I discuss with my patients and everything that I've helped and use with them, with my online clients as well, from the most practical tips to the deepest insights into their holistic fertility journeys. And you're hearing all this directly from me. I'm Dr. Gina Terinoni. I'm a holistic doctor and a fertility specialist with natural medicine. I've helped over 2,000 women and couples to get pregnant over the last couple decades in my private practice. And I'm sharing everything with you that I've shared with my patients, my online fertility community members in this series, with the hopes that I will help you to get pregnant next. Please subscribe below and you'll get notified of all my new videos that come out each week. In today's video, I want to share with you how to lay out the foundation for the most successful IVF journey. This is something that gets missed by most doctors and healthcare practitioners. This is not something to skip over. This series isn't just about passively absorbing information. It's about taking active steps together and creating a roadmap that's tailored for your unique fertility journey. And the only one who knows what that entails is you. So I need your help with that. One of the most powerful tools that we can use in the process is a fertility journal. If you don't have a journal, I encourage you to find a notebook or a journal that resonates for you. Something that's personal, something that's uplifting. My gosh, go to a local bookstore if you have one and get a really cute journal or a nice pen and make that your new routine if you don't already journal. I would have a specific journal for your fertility journey. And why a journal? Because tracking your journey creates clarity and it will allow you to see patterns, and it helps me to guide you more effectively through each stage of IVF and your fertility journey. Your journal will be a place for you for reflection, for tracking, and most importantly, for witnessing your growth and transformation. And if you've been on this journey for a little while now, there's the ups and downs. And sometimes when you're down, it's hard to tell where you came from. It's hard to see progress with your health. So I invite you to start your brand new fertility journal. I also invite you to share insights from your journaling experience in the comments below, but that's private, right? So I encourage you to join our online community. In fact, if you comment below and type the word community, I'll share a link with you so you can get into my free online fertility community as soon as possible. So let's create a tapestry. We're going to share wisdom together, and we're all going to learn from each other's experiences and move forward on our journeys. So let's get started. So let's begin. You may have to save this video, but once you watch it through once, and if you don't have a journal, that's okay. We're going to start here. So you open a fresh page or a fresh book and write the date. I always like to write the day, the time, the date, and you can create your own affirmation, or you're welcome to borrow something like this. Every step I take is planting a seed for my future family. something like that. You can reword it. Like I said, come up with your own. Decorate the journal, personalize every page as you go, doodle, whatever you want. This is for you. This is your safe space that you're creating, and you're supporting yourself doing this. This is an act of kindness and an act of self-care and love for yourself. So as we prepare to lay out the fertility foundation, I want you to jot down 3 key areas in your journal. And we'll build on these, but it's important to get started. So we'll start here. Nutrition. Now, some people are like, oh, I eat great. But sometimes we write things down. We're like, oh, so know everything that you're eating and drinking. I have forums in my online program and everything that are fertility, food diet journals. But just to get started, write what you're eating, what you're drinking. Are you drinking how much water throughout the day? And you don't have to do it every time, but you can either, some people like to journal, like I like to journal food and diet. If I'm tracking that at the end of the day, I just go, okay, for breakfast, I had this, I ate around 7, or I ate around 10, or lunch, I had this. And yeah, so you'll figure out your pattern. And for foods, like you want to think colorful fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, farm-raised salmon, these kinds of things. I'll be giving you detailed guidance on nutrition for fertility in the upcoming videos. And wellness practices. So you definitely want to write down daily activities. Are you incorporating stress-reducing practices? List what you'd like to do or something that you already do for relaxation. And look at if you're not already adding in any kind of mindfulness or yoga or meditation. Say on the side, like, I'd like to start doing meditation, and maybe that's where you're at today. You don't have to do everything today. Right now, we're setting the foundation and we're trying to be realistic with our goals. Okay. And so you want to look at doing relaxation, adding in gentle morning walks, if that is in your area. I don't know what the temperatures are, but bundle up if it's starting to get cold there, freezing here. The third area is going to be your medical history. If you've already started your IVF journey, then I'm sure you've got all your medical records and you've got blood work back and all this. This is important to write down. Now, you don't have to write every single thing, but just what stands out for you and what's really important. And that's something that I'm helpful with, tracking menstrual cycles, moods throughout the day, digestion, headache. There's so many things, and I get into that in the next video. But it's important to have a clear understanding of your medical background as it pertains to fertility, and there's so many details for that. But for now, write down every medical context that you have that you think is affecting your IVF journey or has potential to impact your fertility journey. So this will be a nice reference point for future discussions. And if you and I ever get to meet or talk, or you join in the group, then you can track down like, oh, I have questions about this. I never knew about this, or I don't understand what's going on here. And then I can give you some feedback, and then you can just write that next. Your journal's a nice way to grow with you, and it helps you to understand where you've been. And it's just a wonderful way to connect with yourself, and it keeps things grounded and it keeps you rooted. As we go through this series, I'll prompt you to add to your journal. And for instance, after our nutrition video, which is coming up, I believe in 2 videos, you'll be able to jot down a personalized fertility diet plan. And when I talk about managing stress with you, you can add in a list of techniques that work best for you. So I'm giving you ideas now, and you can just put little bubbles over however your brain works. You write your notes all over your journal. But before our next video, I'd like you to track 1 week's worth of meals. That's one. Okay, so what we already talked about, times, date, what kind of foods you're eating. I just want to see what kind of consistency, and if there's anything that we can add in or anything that we're missing or some things that we might want to remove. Also, it's really important to note your stress levels daily. And you might start to notice a pattern like, oh, in the afternoon at 3 o'clock, I feel stressed or I feel really tired. You're going to start to see these patterns yourself just by writing things out. And also journal what kind of wellness practices you already have in place. Or like I mentioned before, a desire to add something in. What time of day do you have? When you see like you've got openings, like maybe you're an early riser, I am. So maybe you circle 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or maybe you're not. Maybe you're like, oh, I can't wait. At nighttime, 8 o'clock, I have time to do this for 30 minutes. Or start to notice when you have open windows consistently. And I like to try to encourage to do it the same time every day because that's how we create good habits. And again, be sure to comment below so you can secure your invite to my free online fertility community. That would be awesome to have you in there. Remember, every entry in your journal, it's a step closer to your goal. And it's a conversation between your present self, your future family. It's just a beautiful reflection of you and your growth. And I'm here to guide you. I'm here to support you and to provide you with knowledge and tools that you'll need to navigate this path and give you complete confidence. It's very empowering when you have more say on your IVF journey. I feel like that's one of the biggest things that happens when I have women come in and they're asking for support during their IVF journey is they just kind of come in, here's what I'm doing, when they're not very engaged in the process. So this is such a great way to involve you because this is your body. These are your dreams. You should have say, but you should also be able to learn how to support yourself and feel what's nourishing. Because when you do become pregnant, that changes into a different type of self-care. When you have a baby and you're postpartum, that's a whole other cycle of self-care. So it's good to set these habits up now. In the next video in this IVF SOS series, I share with you 7 tips for IVF success based on integrating holistic medicine practices and IVF medicine. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching today. I'll see you soon.